Hi, welcome to the Durham PreK application overview. When you click on the link to access the application, this is the homepage that you will arrive at. I would encourage you to read through this information on your own, but I'm going to read it out loud for you right now. So when you complete a Durham PreK application, you are applying for a pre-K seat in the following types of pre-K classrooms in Durham: Durham Public Schools, Durham Head Start, and private programs. These pre-K seats are supported through local, state, and federal funding of Durham Public Schools, Durham Head Start, NC Pre-K, and Durham Pre-K. To be eligible, your child must be a Durham County resident and must turn 4 years old by August 31st of the applying school year. So for this school year's application, your child will need to be 4 years old by August 31st, 2021. What is considered for child placement? The pre-K partners, Durham Public Schools, Durham Head Start, NC Pre-K, and Durham Pre-K consider the following information for child placement: your designated address, which in the application you can choose if your home or work address will be considered for placement; your siblings or your other children's school location, so the child you're applying for, their siblings' school location; family school preferences as identified on the application. Preferences are considered, but they are not guaranteed. So after you've read through all of the information on the homepage of the application, you will go up here to the register button and you will fill in your first name, last name, email address, and then you'll create a password and then hit create account. I already have a login, so I am going to log in, but when you access this for the first time, you will have to create an account through this method. Okay, so when you create your account, you will receive an email that comes from Durham PreK team, and in that email, you will have to confirm your account. So once you click that, then you will be taken to this screen, and you'll just hit View Programs. And the only option that should be available is the 2021-2022 Durham PreK application. So you will click that, click the More button. And again, I really encourage you to read through this information on the introduction. It has all the information that you'll need about Durham PreK sites, what is required of the application, eligibility requirements, and contact information. And then at the bottom, there's a reminder that this will take 20 to 30 minutes to complete at a minimum. If for some reason you cannot finish it in one sitting, you will be able to save and then relog into your account. That's part of the reason that you will have an account created, is so that you can come back later if needed. So when you're ready, you'll just hit the apply button that I just clicked on and you'll type in your child's name. I'm going to type my own name, but this is where you want to put your child's name, and you'll hit create application. Okay, so when you do that, the very first thing that will come up is this eligibility form. You'll have to fill this out before you do any of the rest of the application. And this is just to make sure you don't fill out the application if your child isn't eligible. We don't want you to spend the time doing that if they're not going to be eligible, so that we can connect you instead to the appropriate resources, whether that's childcare for younger children or pre-K registration for older children. So, is this child a Durham County resident? Yes. And my pretend child's birthday is, let's just say, it has to be between September 1st, 2016 and August 31st, 2017. So I'm just going to choose the current date, February 9th of 2017. Okay, and then I'll mark as complete. And it looks like my child is eligible, so I will be able to complete the rest of the application. I'm going to go back to the home page of the application just to show you guys a couple more things. So now that we've done that, we can see all the other parts of the application that you'll have to complete. As you complete them, this taskbar up here in the left-hand corner will go all the way across until you've gotten all 12 complete. And when you do have something complete, this little circle right here will have a green check in it. If you complete one of these tasks only partially, it will fill up halfway of the green half circle. And what you want is to have 12 green checks. So we'll go to the child information first, and I can show you an example. So you'll fill out all the information about your child in this section. So So after you've completed all the questions, you'll hit mark as complete. Mine is going to tell me that it's not complete because I did not answer the questions. And you can see that that circle is now half done because I've started this part, but I didn't complete it. But if you did fill out everything and everything went smoothly, then it will be a check. So you'll go back to the main part of the application, complete the remaining parts of the application. And one more thing I want to point out is that in the parent guardian section, you'll fill out all the information about parent or guardian number one. And then at the end, it asks if there is a second parent or guardian you'd like to report information on. And there are two options. So if you select yes, you can either fill it out yourself. So if you feel comfortable filling out the information for yourself and for parent number two, you absolutely can do that. But if you would rather them fill out their section on their own for parent or guardian number two, you can come over here on the home page and hit add collaborator. And that will walk you through the steps of how to let the second parent or guardian have access to the application to fill out their own information. And then finally, at the bottom, once you get to the end of the application, you will have to upload some documents. Everyone uploading a document will have these three: the child's birth certificate, proof of address, and proof of income. However, based on your answers for the other sections of the application, you may, by the time you get to the bottom of the application, there may be additional upload requirements. For example, if you check that you or parent or guardian number two is in the military, you will have to upload additional information with proof of military status. And so that will be an additional column down here. But just for now, I only have the child's birth certificate, address, and income. So I'm just going to show you an example of child's birth certificate. What you'll do is click on that section. You'll hit attach file. And I have this document that I just named test document for the sake of this informational video. And so you can see it's uploading. You'll have the option by clicking on these three dots to edit it, preview, remove, or re-download that document onto your computer. You mark as complete. So now we've done one task completely. So we have this bar over here has increased by 1. And then at the bottom, you can see the check mark and the circle by the birth certificate. So you'll do that for all 3 of those. And then once you have 12 check marks and once this bar is complete, you are ready to submit your application. You can hit this preview button to see everything all at once, see what, just to make sure you're not missing anything. Or you can hit review over here under the taskbar. And once you feel everything is complete and you have all your checks, you can hit submit. And then it will go to our application counselors. The only other thing I'll suggest is that when you do submit, you can come and hit these 3 little dots up here and download your application. And that will create a PDF. It'll take a little bit longer when yours is completely filled out, but mine's empty, so it went pretty quickly. And then you'll have your PDF of your application. And this is just for your records. It'll have every question you answered. And then finally, say you didn't have time to finish it all in one setting, you can just log out. And that takes you back to the home page. So then when you're ready to come back and complete it, you'll go back to the application page, but instead of hitting register, you'll hit login, like I did earlier for my own account. Log in, and your application will be right here on the left. And you click continue right there, and it takes you right back in. So thank you for joining me on this little training. If you have any questions, you can call the information desk at 1-833-773-5338, or you can email prek@childcareservices.org. Thank you.